Hey, I'm Matt. Thanks for coming by, watching the video. Today we're building a rocking chair. I started this project shortly after my son was born. I was working mostly at night after he fell asleep. I cut the wood in thin strips so I can bend them easily around a form, glue them together, and once the glue dries, it forms a really stable piece of wood that's used for the rockers of the chair. Once the glue dries on this, it's basically like a solid piece of wood. Cleaning up the sides on my joiner. And making them parallel on the table saw. So here's the actual shape of the rocking chair. What I'm doing now is cutting out those shapes so I can use them as forms. And this will improve my accuracy and make the process repeatable. It's also a really efficient use of wood too. I make the forms out of 1/4-inch MDF because it's a softer material and it's really easy to shape. Now I'm taping it to the, this is 5/4 riffs on white oak. Really nice stuff I found on Facebook Marketplace. Now there's a bearing on the router that runs along the MDF form, so I can perfectly transfer one shape to another. I'm cutting the joints on the table saw. That's end grain, and routing out end grain can be a little dicey, so it's nice to cut these on the table saw. Okay, next up is the armrest. And I build this out of 2 pieces of wood, kind of in a boomerang shape. And I'll refine that shape a little bit later. You can see the general shape of it drawn in Sharpie. All the joinery in this chair will be dowels, except for a little section we'll talk about later. So there's the side, dry assembled. And now it's time to glue up. The glue up's a little weird because the dowels are at an angle, so there's some jimmying that needs to happen. It was a really weird time of year to see a salamander in the wood shop. Oh, I rescued him. Very sawdusty, but he was okay. So this is a spindle sander, and I'm using that to refine the curves around these. These are the sides of the chair. And giving it a round over here. And then I just refine the edges and smooth things out with the block plane. That's the armrest again, just giving it its final shape. So this is a detail on the armrest. Just wanted to make it feel good in the hands. So I'm moving on now to the seat bottom and seat back. The block plane is to get rid of the mill marks left by the table saw. It helps reduce the amount of sanding I have to do later. Now I'm just drilling the holes for the spindles in the back. I thought I had this dialed in perfectly, but I'm not quite dead center there. It's okay. This is the moment where I realized I drilled the holes on the wrong side. So I have to recut those pieces. And those are the spindles. Lining up all these dowels is a bit of a task. There's 9 on, sorry. There's 9 on each side, and so they all kind of want to go in different directions. And the glue is slipping around too, so it can be a little challenging to get these all aligned right at the same time. Those grooves are where the upholstery straps are gonna go. I'm just searing the end of these so they don't fray out before I put these clips in. So what I'm doing here is going to make a groove in the sides of the chairs so that the seat back will hopefully just slot right in. Those strips with the tape on them are just guide rails for me. This detail might be kind of hard to notice on the final product, but I really like it. I think it adds a little bit of a dimension to it, and all the other joinery on this chair are dowels, so this is a kind of a half-lappy type of dado thing. Just makes it a little bit more interesting for me. Yeah, my blade is really dull here, so that all that black mark, that's burning. So now I just gotta sand it all off. I didn't use any screws on this project. If I did, it would be right here, but I figured I had come all this way without any hardware, so why start? The finish I'm using here is Rubio Monocoat. And like the name suggests, I'm using 2 coats. My mom did the upholstery on this and it turned out really great. So thank you, Mom. Okay, thank you for watching. Bye-bye. See you soon.